You're watching Dread Next Door. Sit back, because this next story is truly unsettling. I still remember the day I moved into Blackwood House like it was yesterday. The once grand Victorian mansion loomed before me, its tall spires and turrets reaching towards the sky like skeletal fingers. My parents had passed away a year ago, leaving me their vast estate and, as it turned out, a mystery that would haunt me for the rest of my life. As I stepped inside, the creaking of the old wooden floorboards beneath my feet seemed to echo with the weight of generations past. The air inside was thick with the scent of aged wood and dust, a smell that seemed to cling to every surface. My initial intention was to renovate and sell the house, but as I delved deeper into its depths, I found myself becoming increasingly enthralled by its secrets. Every room, every floorboard, every brick seemed to whisper tales of the past, drawing me in with an otherworldly allure. The first few nights were quiet, the only sound being the occasional creak of the house settling around me. But as the days turned into weeks, I started to notice strange noises. At first, they were faint footsteps in the night, the sound of doors creaking open by themselves. I tried to brush it off as the house adjusting to my presence, but deep down, I knew it was something more. It started with little things, finding a door slightly ajar that I could swear I had closed, or feeling a chill in a room that had been warm just moments before. Then, there were the voices. Whispers, really. So soft and indistinct that I couldn't quite make out what was being said. I tried to ignore them, to tell myself it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but the feeling of being watched never truly left me. One evening, as I was exploring the attic, I stumbled upon an old trunk. It was locked, but I managed to pick the rusted lock after some fiddling. Inside, I found a series of letters and a small, leather-bound book. The letters were addressed to me, but there was no indication of who might have written them. The letters spoke of a presence in the house, a malevolent entity that had been stirring since my arrival. The book, however, was what truly caught my attention. It was a diary, belonging to a former occupant of Blackwood House named Elizabeth. As I read through its yellowed pages, I discovered that Elizabeth had experienced similar occurrences, noises, movements, and an overwhelming sense of dread that seemed to permeate every waking moment. Her entries became increasingly erratic as the diary progressed, speaking of visions and nightmares that seemed all too real. The final entry was the most chilling. Elizabeth wrote of a night when the voices stopped, the house grew silent, and in that silence, she felt the presence drawing near. According to Elizabeth, this door led to a place where the living were not welcome, a realm where the very fabric of reality seemed to bend and warp. I approached it hesitantly, feeling the weight of the house's history bearing down upon me. The air around the door seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly energy, making my skin prickle with unease. Beyond the doorway lay a stairway, descending into darkness. I fumbled for my flashlight and turned it on, casting a weak beam of light down the stairs. And then, everything went black. When I came to, I was back in my bed, the sun streaming through the windows. But as I sat up, I noticed something. On my nightstand, next to the lamp, was a small, leather-bound book. It was Elizabeth's diary, but as I opened it, I saw that the final entry had changed. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales. Drop a comment below telling us your personal experience. Until next time, sleep tight.